Hey, what's up? What's up, everyone? Good to see you guys in these YouTube streaks. So, if you guys can hear me, if you guys can see what's on my screen and my own camera, also, just feel free to let me know in the chat. And for those who are watching the replay, feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts about today's live stream, especially when it comes to my camera and microphone quality too. I'm just making sure everything is working today. So when it comes to that and just making sure everything is working today and just really when it comes to for this live stream, I welcome you guys to another one-on-one honest conversation. This is a place for you guys to really just be real, honest to myself and with each other, especially towards yourself too. When it comes to having I say open conversations, but you know, open discussions about anything that you're passionate about too, that you are having a conversation about, you want to just talk about too, when it comes to current events, when it comes to personal growth, relationships, spirituality, sexuality, wellness, etc. too. So I just want to mention that also. I just really want to thank you guys for being here, especially for anyone who is watching this live and watching the replay. Big shout out to all you guys too in the chat, for those who are just popping in, saying hello, for those who are listening, and for those who are just really doing your own thing too. And just like when it comes to just living life in the most awesome ways too, the best way that we can. So if but my throat. So if you guys are, enjoying this live stream, if you guys want to support this channel, especially when it comes to these live streams also too, feel free to,
smash
the like button. So just really when it comes to that, that really helps with my channel. And actually it puts me in the algorithm when it comes to just, liking the live stream, share with your friends, and just really if you want to subscribe to, you're more than welcome to do so. And just really if you want to get notified for all the things that I'm doing too when it comes to this channel, feel free to hit the notification bell so that way you'll get notified for everything that I do too. So when it comes to that, just really getting notified also, and especially if you want to see quality content, in this live stream too. And you know what?
and that is a promise.
Yeah, and that's a promise. So shout out to you guys who are here and for those who are, watching the replay. And hopefully everyone is doing good out there, especially when it comes to just living your best life, enjoying your weekend. Hope you guys had an awesome, awesome weekend too. Especially when it comes to what tomorrow, since, for those who live in the US, it's 4th of July, Independence Day too. And not just the way Will Smith just punching an alien into when it comes to landing on Earth. There's gonna be no Will Smith alien moments too when it comes to that. Before the Oscar thing, he's been slapping aliens since the 90s too. So gotta give it up to Will Smith, saying that respectfully. And you know what too? Sometimes aliens will probably throw down like
Throw down.
So anyways, but yeah, hopefully everyone is doing well. And if you guys could see the screen that you guys are seeing too in the chat right now too, I just really want to, mention something to you guys too, since it's, the full moon also today as well. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the full moon out there. If you're basking in its light and its dark rays and beautiful night, all the wolves and bears and coyotes and snakes and all that. So you're not trying to scare you guys for those who have phobias about that. I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm just really making a cringy joke too. So it's kind of like, probably, with my bad taste in jokes, it's probably you look at me like,
The fuck are you out of your damn mind?
he's like, out of your damn mind, motherfucker. So anyways, yeah, but on a real note too, hopefully you guys are doing well too, especially when it comes to just, living your best life. And I just really want to share something with you guys too, if you are open to just listening, and just really when it comes to learning a new perspective, or just like when it comes to just sharing your own perspective and knowledge and advice too. And it's just like it's cool that when, for anyone who has a channel too, it's really good to listen to your audience, what they're saying, what they're sharing too. And it's really when it comes to having these kind of like discussions, whether you disagree or if you agree to them, it's really cool to do that. That's like a beautiful way for all of us to just not only to build relationships, but also to just really open our minds and really open our hearts to a new perspective. So when it comes to that, it's just really beautiful that we can just have these kind of conversations too, especially on the net too. I know like social media, like on Instagram, where you see all the beautiful blue pictures and cars and all kind of stuff too. Or just like, when it comes to this platform too, like YouTube, where you can just not only just, make videos and live streams, but also interact with your audience and just really invite people on your channel too to collaborate. So it's really cool too. So, but anyways, I really want to share something with you guys too, and especially when it comes to relating to the, what's happening out there too in the astrology charts. And if you guys ever want to say, check out the astrology chart on your own too, feel free to check out astroseek.com. So when it comes to that too, it's linked in the description below too. So when it comes to my live streams, if you guys ever want to check out astroseek.com to just really checking out the today's current forecast when it comes to astrology, you're more than welcome to do so. And I know today too, since it's the full moon, and I just really want to share something with you guys too when it comes to that. I don't know if you guys ever felt lost where you just really try to figure things out and you're just trying to just navigate through life, trying to figure out how you can really just improve your life on a regular basis, and just like when it comes to just figuring things out, but not being too hard on yourself. It's pretty damn tough out there too. And I know with life also, since life throws us so many curveballs and punches, kicks, and all kind of stuff in a metaphorical way too. But when we take the time for ourselves to just really navigate through that, but also being mindful of that as well too, when it comes to not only with our own hearts, but with our own minds, with our own relationships with life. It's just it's tough out there. My heart goes out to you guys too, especially for anyone who's just struggling to understand that too. I mean, sometimes with me, just when it comes to, with me having Asperger's and just really trying to figure things out in society, especially when it comes to like with your career goals, what you want to do in life, how you want to build a legacy, it's really fucking hard out there. And I just really want to explain that to you guys too. And I know probably too that when it comes to astrology with this chart as you guys see right now too, on the screen, it's just like, it's like, damn, it's probably like, it probably makes you wonder too, just looking at it. It's probably like, there's a lot of stuff going on too, especially during like, let me see if I can look it up too in the chat. I mean, in the chart right now with Saturn and Neptune and Pluto. I know Pluto's a slow moving planet, but with, Neptune and Saturn, those are kind of powerful planets too, especially in the Pisces placement. So there's a lot of stuff going on too, especially during the full moon too. There's a lot of energy there too. So when it comes to that, even just like when it comes to just dealing with everything, and just really dealing with life, how you can just really, navigate through that and just really, just like figuring out how to just really, figuring it out, especially when it comes to just oh man, just living your best life. Even just like say living your best life, but also just trying to create a legacy too. Or even just like if for those who want to do that for themselves, whether in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, 50s, 60s, etc. It's just like, navigating through life and just really trying to figure things out too, but being mindful of that. It's totally damn hard too, because, I'll just share this too when it comes to with my own story. It's just like, when it comes to my own story, especially for those who don't know, I volunteered as yoga studio last year, and it was a pretty cool experience at first. But then down the road too, it really kind of felt weird because a lot of stuff that happened, of which I'm not going to explain more because it involved with a friend of mine too who was considered like family, but it's just like from all of that said and done, it was just like, it really put a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to just, dealing with that. Even just like when it comes to this, doing that kind of, setup work too. And there's nothing wrong at first doing it. I mean, it was just really cool. It's like when it comes to, okay, this could be an opportunity for me to just really, get a taste of what it's like to just really working at a yoga studio. It can be really cool experience. But how life is, it just really didn't go out that way too. It was just like, wow, like that happened. And then when my friend just told me what she did to her, it was just like, are you kidding me? And then another thing happened, and then it's just like, you know what? I was just like, I'm just gonna stop there too, because it's kind of like, giving my time away to a place that's just not helping me to just really evolve and to where I can just really help them out. It's just like, it's like counterproductive basically. And I'm not trying to act like a little bitch here too. So when it comes to that, I was just really speaking from a place of authenticity and really just, want to share my story here. But it's just like when it comes to, just navigating through life and just really trying to figure things out when it comes to your career and just like when it comes to anything in general. It's just really pretty damn tough out there too. And it can really, in the scariest ways, can really just be stuck there because sometimes when we're just trying to figure things out, we can really just be stuck in our own ways to where we can just miss out the most simplest and beautiful, kind of things too. So it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but um, it's just so weird too, like how life is, and especially when it comes to like, like if you experience stuff so much, like to where it's just like, wow, you can't just like put it in words and just wrap your head around it, but it's kind of like, trying to navigate through that with life and just really trying to move forward and just really trying to create a legacy for yourself and just really living your healthiest and best life. It's just, it can really be pretty damn hard out there. I mean, my heart goes out to anyone who really just figures it out and just really doing their best, just really doing it in your own way and just really keeping it simple. Because sometimes, keeping it simple is cool, but sometimes it's fucking hard at the same time because we're, especially if we're just going through stuff and trying to figure things out, but it's kind of difficult to just really doing that. It's just, oh man, it can be overwhelming basically too. So if you guys want to share too, if you can relate to what I say what I'm going through, but also what I'm sharing too with the story, especially when it comes to astrology, also, especially with the energies that are happening right now too, when it comes to just with the natal charts, also, you're more than welcome to share too. And if you guys want to check out the one cool resource too with astrosleep.com, you're more than welcome to do so. So it's kind of like, with that too, it's a really cool resource to just really, check out for yourself, just really, you know, explore your own natal chart, learn more about astrology in the most coolest and epic ways too, in your own way too. And it's just like, like, even like with today too, and it's just like sharing this with you guys. It's just like, I was just sitting in my car and it's just like, I say in my car, but in Mercedes, it was just like, just thinking about, it's just like, because I was really today too, I was really looking for, job placements where I can just really use my Reiki certification and yoga instructor, knowledge and education to good use. But as I was doing that, it was just like trying to figure things out, and it's just really a lot of stuff that's popped up too, not only with my head but also within here too. Because I experienced some really shady shit when it comes to working at a yoga studio too. It's just it really put a bad taste in my mouth. It was just wondering like it's just like, like how can you navigate through that? Just like when it comes to you love to do something that you love to do, but it's hard to just, do that and just really navigate through life and just really move forward. It's just like, especially from like experience that is just so weird and just so crazy. So it's, I don't know, it's, for those who are listening out there too, if you want to share your experience with that too, you're more than welcome to do so. And hey, Linda, good to see you. Much love, and hopefully you're doing well too, Linda, and anyone else who is listening also. So when it comes to with this live stream, I know some people are probably asleep, having sex, sleeping, going to school the next day. I'm not sure what you guys are doing, but as long as you're safe, healthy, and just really, doing your best to just, living your best life and not hurting yourself and other people in your environment, that's cool. So, yeah, but yeah, it's just so tough out there too, especially when it comes to just really navigating through life and just really trying to figure it all out too. And it's just like, maybe sometimes we're not meant to just figure it all out yet too, but it's kind of like how we can really just, really just making the best out of it too. And just like, when it comes to that, I'm just really just, trying to figure it out and just not trying to figure it all out because that could be, overwhelming, but it's kind of like, like, man, like how can you, it's tough out there, especially if you dealt with so much, some weird stuff, some, heaviness, some, crazy stuff in your life too, where it's just like, wow, it's like an eye opener, but it's kind of like, how can you just learn from that, but also move forward from that too, and just navigate through that, especially if it's like in your field of, interests or field of work where you're passionate about, especially when it comes to with wellness, with yoga, with, fitness or with martial arts or anything like that too. It's just like if you ever seen some weird stuff and just like, especially if your friends, people that that experience from the same person that you supposedly do this seven work with, it's just like, huh? It's like, I can't believe they did that. It's just like, you just want to just like, you know, shut down and just, I say shut down, but you just want to just keep your distance from them. And that's exactly what I did too with that particular person. I mean, I just had nothing to say against him. It was just like from what my friend was sharing too. And I'm not going to mention their names due to privacy and respect for them too. It's just like wow, it's like I can't believe she did that, and it kind of that can really change your perspective too. And it's just it's hard out there too, especially if you love to do what you love to do. But when it comes to just like how to navigate through that, it's just so tough out there. So hey, Ocean Garnet, good to see you. What's good? What's good? What's good? Thank you for being here too. And you're not wrong. You see a chart. So when it comes to the chart too, this is the chart that's what I was talking about with astroseek.com. You could also, when it comes to your location, you can really set your own location. So when it comes to your time zone, whether you're in the West Coast, up north, down south, East Coast too, or Midwest or Southwest, wherever you are too, you can really set your own time zone too. And just really checking out the natal chart for yourself too when it comes to AstroSeek. It's really cool to just look at it and just really getting a feel of it too when it comes to the chart and just really figuring things out too when it comes to with like the full moon placement, or if it's like a retrograde placement happening like in Saturn or Mercury or Uranus or Neptune or Pluto or wherever kind of planet too. Because like with the universe too, like we all go, like the planets go through phases too, especially when it comes to the but not only with the Earth, but also with Saturn and Jupiter and Mars and Mercury, but also, with, our moon too, and especially when it comes to stars like our sun too. So, yeah, if you guys ever want to check out the, natal chart for yourself too, you're more than welcome to check out astrosleep.com. It's in the description below, and it's in the chat right now too for anyone who's just want to check it out for themselves. So, yeah, it is pretty cool too. So if especially for anyone who loves to just explore more about astrology, they just really want to just dive into it too and just really explore for themselves. This is a really really cool resource to have too. So, and she says, I believe this moment is in Capricorn. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So let me see if it's in Capricorn. Let's look at that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that symbol right here too. That's a Capricorn symbol. So yeah, you're right. Good eyes there, Ocean Garnet. So shout out to you. Cool stuff. Yes, you're right about that. I have a chart, and I'm still learning how to read it. I don't know much about the houses. Yeah, it can be a lot to take in too. I know someone too who's really good at it too when it comes to just reading the charts because she loves astrology on a regular basis. And I usually see her when I go to my friend's sound bath, which is an ironic thing too. I say ironic, but this month I didn't go to a sound bath because I wasn't feeling it, today too. And just like when it comes to just with just like with the energy of it too. I mean, I have nothing against my friend too who hosts the sound bath. I love her to death. I'm just saying that respectfully, and I'm not trying to jinx myself too. But it's kind of like just really feeling the energy of it too. It's like, should I go to the sound bath? Should I not? And it was just like, I was just gonna probably take it easy, but also at the same time, I just feel like I don't see her as much too, which is understandable because she has her own thing, she has her own life, and I respect that. So if she's listening, shout out to her. I know, and if her or her kids are listening to this too, I love them to death. You're awesome, awesome people, and it's just like it's really navigating through it all, and just like when it comes to just with life, just like figuring out what you need to do, especially when it comes to looking for things that you want to do when it comes to your career and just like creating more meaningful relationships and all those kind of things too. It's really tough out there. I mean, I know how people do it when it comes to just navigating through life and just really trying to figure things out. It's just like, oh shit. I don't know how you guys do it too, honestly. Because sometimes with me too, if I don't, trying to just understand things too, I just leave it as it is. And it's just like, shit. I was like, it is what it is. But sometimes it's just like understanding certain things, social cues, and all that kind of stuff too. It's just so overwhelming. And it's just like sometimes too, people kind of look at me like I'm weird or all kind of shit too, which is that doesn't bother me no more. But it's just like if you guys can relate to that too, when it comes to just like trying to understand things and trying to figure them out, and just really trying to do your best to just live your best life with your career, with your hobbies, with things that you love to do. I mean, I totally get it. It said, he said, according to you, yeah, your moon app, your app is right. So you're definitely on point with that motion on it. And it's just moon and Capricorn, and it kind of it could bring up some stuff too, because I believe with the let me see if I could go back there too. With the moon phase right now too, there's a lot of energy there too. So it's kind of like the moon is it does have some powerful energies to it too, especially when it comes to our emotions. So when it comes to the full moon, that's probably out and about right now too, because in California, it's the sun is still up, and it's probably at least let's see what the temperature is in California. So it's 98. Oh no, 85 degrees too right now. So it is hot. It is summer. People are probably in their bikinis or topless shirts or having their ice cream for lunch, breakfast, dinner, and all that good shit, which is totally understandable. It's summer, but you know, hey, you gotta do what we gotta do to stay cool and stay, you know, hydrated and healthy, especially during this season too, in the summer in the states, especially in the states and in Canada also. And happy Canada Day to all you guys too who celebrate that too. To all my Canadian peeps out there too who live in Canada, whether it's oh gosh, in Saskatoon or if it's Toronto or anywhere else too. Shout out to you guys. Also, I know Canada Day was on just a couple not too long ago. So when it comes to that, I think it was a day ago too, if I'm not mistaken. So, or if it was a couple days ago too. So yeah, so shout out to you guys too. And tomorrow, since it's gonna be Independence Day, if you guys want to share too what you guys want to do for 4th of July, feel free to do so. And so let me see what Ocean Arnett says too. If you don't fit into someone's social norms, you're looked at differently. When I was younger, I feel like I have to follow certain rules. Now that I'm older, I try not to worry about it. Yeah, that's beautiful knowledge to learn from Ocean Garnett. And it's just, sometimes, you like in your heart, like you want to do like you have the energy and the capacity to just really doing your own thing. But sometimes it's hard too because we can just really get caught up in just like when it comes to just fitting in. So that's kind of like been my problem too. Just like when it comes to just trying to fit in, and just like when it comes to that too, because when I hear certain things, it's just like when it comes to just go with the flow and be yourself. Sometimes I tend to just really be misunderstood every single time, which I have nothing against the people who do that. It's just it happens, and so especially when it comes to with my own like the career goals I want to set for myself. I really want to help people become their own kind of healers too. So when it comes to with Reiki, with yoga, even providing the tools too necessary to just really do that with essential oils and all that too. It's just like because I think I shared this before. If you're just popping into Ocean Garnet, and just like when it comes to anyone who's listening, it's just like it's just like I really had a crazy experience just working at a volunteering at a yoga studio, and it's just like someone that I really knew was really family to me, just like did something to them that's just really unforgivable. So it kind of really put a bad taste in my mouth, and it's just like, how can you navigate through that? How can you just, just like when it comes to just really trying to, evolve in your profession that you want to just grow in too. So it's kind of like, damn, that is tough out there too. So, but your advice is really sound to Ocean Garnet, and thank you for sharing that too. So yeah, I'll definitely will remember that too. And it's kind of hard out there too. So just really, doing your own thing and all that. And it's, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know how people do it. It's just like, I even thought to myself too. It's just like, am I destined not to have a just regular job? Because I just really want to create a legacy, just where I can just really help people to become their own healer, but also to really be compensated from it too. It's just like, when it comes to with abundance, just really, I'm really just being open to that. Also, it's just, it's tough out there. It's really fucking crazy too. So it's, but I really do appreciate that advice to Ocean Yonet. Yeah, definitely. It's pretty tough out there. And I know you can relate to. And what's up, Ron? Good to see you. What's good? What's good? What's good? So thank you for being here too, Ron. What's good? What's good? So hopefully you are doing well. Your shows are awesome, by the way, too. If you guys haven't checked out Ron's channel, feel free to do so. His channel is Off the Hook. Always has some awesome guests every week. And it's really a cool, fun place to be too, if you guys are open to having those deep and spiritual conversations and opening your perspective to all kinds of things too. Even if you want to laugh your ass off too. So shout out to my big brother Ron too. So yeah, it's, I mean, because the stuff that my friends share with me too, I just couldn't believe. And this is someone that I knew for quite some time too. They're even friends with someone that I know for a long time. Even work with them too for a long period of time. It's just like, I can't believe that she was had the capacity to just really just do that to another human being. So I don't know. It's pretty tough out there. It's just, how can you really just navigate through that too. So yeah. So but I appreciate the your thoughtfulness, Ocean Garnet, and everyone else too who was just listening and watching this live and watched our replay. Hey, Marcia Green, what's good? What's good? What's good? So good to see you, Marcia, and hopefully you are doing well and everything else. And hopefully you and Keep are doing good and staying safe and had a good weekend too. So shout out to you, Marcia Green. And Ocean Garnet says, is there another yoga studio you can visit or volunteer? Maybe recreation center or a senior center? Yeah, I was just really looking into that too, Ocean Garnet. I might have to just really start looking at those places too, because even in my area too, when it comes to the area that's predominantly just like with senior citizens, which is nothing wrong against that. I mean, the senior citizen crowd here is just the most fun and just really knowledgeable people around, depending on who you're talking to too. So they're always been nice with me, and they're always nice with my dad too. So even just like at the with this community also, there's a lot of couples who just riding their bikes, they spend time with their grandkids, their kids, even with other couples too who are kind of like younger too, in their 40s, 50s, or even 30s, just living around here too. But mostly in my area in Menifee, there's a lot of predominantly just like a senior citizen community, which is totally fine because there's a lot of stores that's just very convenient. From that, there's like a bank that's close to their homes, to like a whole bunch of stores too, and hospitals, veterinaries, and all that kind of stuff too. But I'm really gonna take your advice on that too. And I was really just doing that also today too, just looking at places where I can just really volunteer again too. Because my first experience was, kind of, put a bad taste in my mouth, especially to what happened to my friend. It was really heartbreaking. It's not right. So I'm not gonna share her story because that's her story, and I respect her privacy too when it comes to that. But I appreciate your thoughtfulness too when it comes to what you're sharing too, Oceana. So what's up, Oline? Good to see you. What's good? What's good? Oline DB, good to see you, and hopefully you are doing well. Yes, yes indeed. Shout out to you. So hopefully you had an awesome weekend. Hopefully you're doing well and staying safe and healthy out there in these, streets called life and everything else. And so, what is this chart that's up? Well, this chart is about the today's natal chart, Marsha Green. So when it comes to with the chart that you guys see on the screen, this is from astroseek.com, which is you could really check it out for yourself right now if you want to just check out your natal chart in your area too. So if you click here too, when it comes to checking out the current planets, or if you just want to say, if you want to check out the full moon's calendar too, if you want to check out the next new moon or full moon cycle too, you're more than welcome to do that in this website too called astroseek.com. So it's a really cool website to just really discover and just really, check out for yourself, especially if you're into astrology, if you want to just learn more about your chart and the natal charts, especially that's happening, on a regular basis, each and every day because it changes, And so, yes, it's just basically about the natal chart too. That's just happening out there too, for today too, especially, for the full moon. So I'm gonna put it back right here, and hopefully that answered your question too, Marjorie. So let's see. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are doing well. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, she says, there you go. Seniors can rock it. Yeah, they do have a lot of positive energy. I mean, it's just like the knowledge that they experience too that they have. It's pretty cool. It's very inspiring, especially to the ones that are probably a little bit younger than them too. So it's kind of like the ones that I meet too always probably want to get my number or something. I don't know why. I think that's happened with me too when I went to the airport, Ontario Airport recently, and it's just like I made with a friend. I got her information, which I was just like, which is cool. I mean, I didn't ask for it; it just happened. I don't know what it is. It's just like maybe she trusts me. She thought it was cute. I don't know, but yeah, you're definitely on point about that, Ocean. A lot of senior citizens do have that kind of positive energy too, and it's really inspiring. So I'll definitely look into that too. Cool, cool. I'm glad you're doing well, Oline. Good stuff. And she says, I'm a senior citizen in my yoga and Tai Chi classes. All senior citizens, we do exercises that two different. Oh, right on, Marcia. That's cool. So you guys do different exercises that do two different churches. Right on. That's cool. That's good stuff. That's good stuff there. That keeps you healthy and it keeps you happy, feeling happy with yourself, with your body, and all that good stuff too. Good stuff. Good stuff. See what you write in the chat. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, anytime. So hopefully I explained it too the best way that I can too. So um, yeah, it's with the natal chart too, and especially when it comes to just trying to figure things out, and especially when it comes to life. I mean, it can really just be a roller coaster of emotions and just trying to figure stuff out too. But it's kind of like how to really just navigate through that and just really not to just beat yourself up, but also just really trying to understand it and just really keep moving forward. So yeah, hopefully I explained it the best way that I can, Marcia. And thank you for listening too, especially for anyone who's watching this live and watching the replay too. And Ron says, I don't move myself. I can. Yeah, I bet you don't do that, man. Jeez, man. I don't move myself. I cannot see. Oh, shoot. Those innuendo jokes, dude. Oh, man. Ron, what can we do with you, man?
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Hmm? Mm. We love you, Ron. You're just full of laughs and knowledge, my friend. So, mm, mm, what can you do with him, right? Right? He's keeping it real, which is nothing wrong with that. I mean, I would say the same thing too, honestly. So it's like, hey, I mean, I totally get it. Ron is just being real, but he's right. I mean, shoot, I'll say the same thing too. So, oh man, Mm-mm-mm. Can't make this shit up. But I don't know. You know, just like that's the beauty of just being real. It's just like you can just really be honest with yourself and just really, just share your truth in the most powerful ways. So even like right now too, my throat is getting thirsty. Mm. So yeah, definitely, he's just keeping it real. Just really keeping it real, keeping the bug, and not pulling any punches too. So definitely, definitely, that's why we love you, Ron. Just keep it real, my friend. Mm. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's just something I decorated too when it comes to with this live stream. Also, just using like a free photo from, I think it's from Pexsales or Pixpay.com. So I think it's in the description also if you guys want to check out any resources that can help you to enhance with your videos, your live streams, and all that good stuff too. I posted a lot of information that you guys can really check out for yourself. So if you guys ever want to just like, you know, do some free videos or music or even just like photos too that is social media friendly too, so like with YouTube and StreamYard and Instagram especially, you're more than welcome to check them out. So yes, I'm glad you like it, Marcia. So yeah, oh man, and time goes by so quick too because it's like, oh man, like I don't know if you guys have any kind of goals that you want to set for yourself for the full moon placement for today, for tonight, for anyone who's listening. But if you guys ever want like a message for today, if you guys want like a message for the full moon, or just in general, also too, you're more than welcome to just ask me. I'll definitely want to put a star in your question, and I'll just just help you along the way too when it comes to just pulling a message for you, sharing some knowledge and laughs and all that good stuff too. So if not, I could just pull some cards for the collective too. So um, yeah. Anyways, much love to you guys, especially for anyone who's watching this live and watched the replay. If you guys want to support my channel too, if you guys are liking this live stream, feel free to
Smash.
the like button. So that really helps with not only with my channel, but also in the algorithm of YouTube too. And if you guys want to subscribe to my channel, also if you are new to my channel, or if you guys got unsubscribed for some reason too, just feel free to hit the notification bell on top. So that way you'll get notified for all the things that I'm doing on the channel too. And from live streams to, messages and all that good stuff too. Okay, so Oline and Marcia want some messages. You got it. Sure. A message. Okay. A message for Oline. Oh, for those who probably just saw that clip too, that was just like a funny clip I just put in too for the live stream. So, yes, that was Captain America. You can use clips too for your channel as long as it's not like playing for more than just like a minute. So, like, there's a lot of content creators who use clips for their live streams, and it's if you're just like doing it just like to make a point, if you're just like making a point or just trying to just be educational, you could just really, it falls under fair use too. So yes, indeed. So only message for her today. Hey, Geek Hillbilly, what's up, Keith? Good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing well, man. Good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while, but hopefully you're doing good, man. So shout out to Keith, to all you guys in the chat. Good to see you, lovely, lovely people. So only a message for her today. Okay, so let me put my screen back up here so you guys can see my face and all that good stuff too. So let me see if I can put my screen a little brighter. There we go. Now you guys can see me. So I look like I'm in the God cave or some shit. So I'm sorry that you've been very ill, Keith. Hopefully you're feeling better too. So yeah, and getting better also, just with your health. But my heart goes out to you too, especially for anyone who's just going through it when it comes to with any kind of illness that you're going through. But Oline, a message that I have for you today too is all about strength. So when it comes to with this message for today, just really connecting with your inner strength too, and just really doing that in the most powerful ways too. So like when it comes to with strength, just really connecting with that inner strength that you have, and just really doing that from within too, to really connect with your inner strength to not only to build your confidence up, just like when it comes to with your inner strength, but also not to take any kind of mess too, especially when it comes to this powerful warrior here in this message right here too, with andromagy. It's kind of like with this powerful Amazon, beautiful feminine force here. It's just like when it comes to her, she doesn't take any mess from anyone, not from Hercules, not from any kind of, man too, or just like with anyone also. And it's really connecting with that inner strength too that you have, and to where you can just not only to stand up for yourself, but also taking no shit from anyone. So when it comes to connecting with your inner strength, Oline, just really doing that from a healthy space to really connect with that inner strength that you have, to where you can just not take any kind of mess from anyone or from anything too, if that makes sense. So if this message resonates with you, Oline, when it comes to with this message for you today, especially for the full moon and for anything in general too that really resonates in your life with this message, just really integrate that towards yourself in the most powerful ways too. And much love to you. So, if that resonates with you too, Oline, feel free to comment at any time when it comes to connecting with your inner strength, and just really doing that from a healthy space, and just really, connecting with your inner strength where you can just not take any kind of mess from anyone and anything, and just really connecting with your strong and passionate heart that you have too when it comes to this message. So, you're welcome. Anytime. Hopefully that helps and makes sense to you too when it comes to, with that message as well. And if it resonates with you too, you're more than welcome to share more about it too in the chat, or if you watch the replay, feel free to share it in the comment section too. So but I'm glad you're feeling much better, Keith, too. So, I'm glad you're feeling better too. And shout out to you, Keith, for feeling better too, especially for anyone who's just healing and just really healing in your own way too. So, yep, my shirt says Lightworker. Yes, indeed. And you know what, too? If you guys want a copy of this shirt too, before I get to the next person, let me see if I can find that for you guys. Here we go. Do some promotional stuff too. If you guys want the, check out this T-shirt for yourself too, you're more than welcome to check it out at Amazon too. So if you guys ever want to check out this T-shirt, feel free to do so. I just posted it in the chat. So if you guys ever want a copy of this shirt too for yourself, when it comes to the Lightworker, whether you're a man, if you're a woman, getting it at your own size and comfort levels too when it comes to the shirt. Hey, it's comfortable, it's awesome, and hey, if you're a Lightworker too, if you love oracle cards or tarot, yoga, martial arts, or tantra, dance, you name it too, this shirt is for you guys too. So there's some awesome promotional stuff, that way too. Especially if you guys want to check out the link for yourself too, feel free to do so as well. And much love to you guys. So let's see, moisture free. Shoot like a message too. You got it. So let's see. You're building your own supercomputer. Okay, Batman, you're fighting crime now. So, so you're building your own supercomputer. That means you're gonna fight crime and all that, Batman. You'll be having a Batmobile too in that computer. I know what kind of gadgets you have in that computer, Keith, but man, you should be working with James Bond or something too. So you got some of that James Bond kind of thinking too, building supercomputers and gadgets. If you could make a, you know, Lamborghini to a boat, I mean, that would be pretty cool. So when it comes to that, that would be really awesome. So Marcia, a message for you too. So So are we light workers or heavy workers? That is a good question, Marcia. That is a really, really good question. With me, I say we're a little bit of both. I mean, like Owen said, I mean, you could be both. Nothing wrong with that. You could be light workers and heavy workers. Because we take so much, but we can really just be gentle with ourselves. So definitely, could be light workers or and heavy workers, or just be a light worker too. That's totally fine. Whatever floats your boat. Marcia. Let's see. Right? That's cool, Marcia. Nothing wrong being funny too. It's always good to add some humor into our lives. Nothing wrong with that. Laughter is medicine after all. So, hey, especially with me being in the dark like Batman too, trying to stalk in the night, trying to fight criminals and all that shit. So, oh man. Okay, Marcia, I got a powerful message for you today too. So if this message resonates with you too, you're more than welcome to, share your own feelings and thoughts about this message. And this message is all about faith. So when it comes to having faith, just really, doing your best to have faith within yourself, especially to anything that you're dealing with also when it comes to with your own life. So when it comes to faith, and just really, having faith to wherever that happens in your life, especially when it comes to yourself, your loved ones, etc. too. And you mentioned something about church too. So there's like the Christ symbol right here too when it comes to with this message with Joan of Arc. So it's kind of like with this powerful message here when it comes to with having faith. Just really continue to do that for yourself too, especially like having faith within yourself, with your loved ones, like your daughter, with your family, with your friends, but especially the ones that are here or in your life, also in person. And just really continue to have faith within yourself too, especially towards anyone and anything, just like when it comes to in your life. Because really, when it comes to having faith, we are just really allowing ourselves to just really, seeing the brighter side of things too, especially when it comes to with our relationships with life, with ourselves, other people, circumstances, etc. too. So when it comes to having faith and just really practicing doing that for ourselves too, when it comes to continuing to having faith within ourselves and just really practicing that in a very powerful way, just really doing that from within too, when it comes to with our own heart space and with our mind, with our body, and every aspect of our lives too, especially for you, Marsha, is just really continuing to have faith in every aspect of your life, especially when it comes to your relationships. So if this message resonates with you, Marcia, especially when it comes to you or with your daughter or anything that you're dealing with in life, feel free to, share your own feelings and thoughts in the comment section too, or I say in the comment section, but in the chat or in the comment section too, or comment section, um, if you're watching a replay of this too. So I really got to get my speech pattern right too. So, if that message resonates with you too, Marsha, feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts in the chat, or if you're watching the replay too, in the comment section. So, and she says, I'm ready for my message. I have a whole lot of faith. Thank you for going. Nice. No, you're welcome. That's beautiful. And I'm glad you have that. You have a whole lot of faith within yourself too. That really will take you far in life too, when it comes to with this message. And just like when it comes to having faith. So never giving up on yourself and with your loved ones, and especially to just seeing the brighter side of things too, when it comes to with this powerful message as well. So good stuff, Marcia. I'm glad you're doing that for yourself, especially in your life too. Good stuff. Good stuff. Cool. Right on. Awesome. You're welcome. And you're welcome, by the way, too, Marsha. And Keith says, I'm running, but I'm waiting to finish. Just a few more computer boards to arrive. 16. Okay. Damn, 16-point RAM. Okay. Supercomputer, James Bond. God damn. Okay, James Bond up in here. Good job, Keith. That's powerful. That's gonna have some powerful stuff there, man. So you're gonna have a supercomputer that's gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. So that's cool. Cool stuff, man. And feel free to keep us posted too if you want to, when it comes to your progress. I'm looking forward to seeing it, how it all looks too when you get your supercomputer ready. So that's cool. That's cool, man. So if anyone else wants a message too, you're more than welcome to post your question in the chat. If not, I can just post some messages for the collective and we can just end things here too. So I was really trying to try to keep this live stream short and sweet because it's Monday and tomorrow is 4th of July too. So it's kind of like, you don't just want to barbecue and, have a good time and eat some fruit, spend time with your loved ones, doing fireworks too, if that's possible, and all that stuff. So, okay, you'll be my last person. Ocean Garnet. Let's see, too. Ocean Garnet. OG. Ocean Garnet, the OG. Yes, the OG Ocean Garnet. Her initials. That's actually her initials. So shout out to Ocean Garnet. She's an awesome person. So let's see here what we have for her. And especially when it comes to this. You spilled a little bit of lemonade on your key. Oh no. Hope it doesn't get your motherboard messed up. If that's messed up, you got to get a new computer. So if your motherboard too, hope it doesn't get any water damage on it. But hopefully your keyboard is okay if it doesn't. There's no liquid damage to it, especially to your motherboard. If so, then that's gonna be a big problem there. But hopefully that doesn't happen though. So Ocean Garnets. Ooh, a lot of warrior messages today too. Wow. The warrior goddesses are here in full effect. And speaking of that, I need to turn on the fucking light. There you go. So anyways, Ocean Garnet, I have a powerful message for you when it comes to with your card for today too, especially for the full moon or for any aspect of your life too, when it comes to with this message. And this message is all about individualization. So when it comes to your identity, especially when it comes to this powerful message from Artemis, it's just really, continue to just really connect with your identity also, and just really embracing that within. So when it comes to with your individualization, it's like when it comes to your identity, just really fully embracing that within you too, when it comes to with this message. And if you're doing that also when it comes to with this message right here too, just really fully embracing who you are and not being afraid to embrace who you are. Kind of with Artemis here too, with this powerful warrior here. It's like when it comes to with this message and just really never be afraid to embrace who you are, and just like being proud of who you are when it comes to embracing your own identity from within, and just really embracing that from a healthy space where you can just like be fully proud of who you are and just really fully embracing that from within. So when it comes to with this message, Ocean Garnet, and especially when it comes to with your message for today, just really fully embracing who you are when it comes to with this message and not being afraid of doing that with your body, with your heart, with your intelligent mind, and in your relationships too with life. So when it comes to with yourself and other people, in your environment also, just really fully embracing who you are, especially when it comes to your identity, when it comes to with this message right here. And if this message resonates with you too, you're more than welcome to comment in the chat, or if you're watching the replay too, in the comment section. So yes. So She says, I like that individualization. Well, that's good. I mean, fully embracing that, Ocean Garnet. So when it comes to that too, so not being afraid of being who you are and just fully embracing that from within. Just, being proud of who you are and just like not being afraid to doing that from a healthy space is just really powerful. And just really continue to do that in your own way too, in every aspect of your life. Even if you have to laugh your ass off with that too. So when it comes to that, feel free to don't be never stop being afraid to embrace who you are when it comes to with this message right here, and just really owning that too, like Artemis does too, with the bow and arrow, with her energy and all that stuff too, and with her powerful feminine energy too, with this message, and just really fully embracing that from within. So just really being proud of who you are, and just really doing that from a healthy space. So. So soak those some drops. Cool. Thank you, Jay. Perfect. Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime. 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 Fair use comes to play for fair use. Yes, it does, and that's true. Fair use does come into play for parodies too. So yes, it does, and there's a lot of parodies on it on YouTube too when it comes to like the parody channels too, like Prince Vegeta and everything else too, like with grades and anime and movies. Fair use comes to play in so many ways too. So there's a lot of live streams who uses clips and just use articles and all that stuff too, just to really make a point. Yeah, that's right about that. So yes, indeed. Shout out to Keith for dropping that knowledge, and Ocean Garnet too, and anyone who's just sharing knowledge and just being themselves and laughing along the way too. Thank you guys for hanging out and being here too. I'm gonna pull some messages for the collective. I'm gonna wrap things up here too, so I can get some finish my dinner too. So and I can get some sleep for the next day. But shout out to you guys for just popping in and showing support and all that beautiful stuff too. So I'm gonna pull 3 cards for you guys. I'm gonna shuffle these cards pretty damn good too. So let's see here. There we go. Okay, so shuffle these cards to see what we have here too. Oh, you're welcome, bro. Anytime, bro. Anytime. Anytime, bro. It's all good. Oh, shit. I'm going to put it right there so it will slip out of my hands. So, yeah, that's the next message for the collective. Fill this one out too. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, what is the action card to go with this message for today too? Cheech Marin's pussy speech from Dawn of the Dead. Oh, Dawn of the Dead. Okay. I know what you're talking about there, Keith. Oh, yeah, I gotta check that out again. Interesting. I remember that. Oh, wow. Okay, so. Okay. Okay, so I have 3 cards for you guys when it comes to with the collective messages for today, for this week, and especially for this month too, when it comes to with July. And if any of these messages resonate with you guys too, you're more than welcome to just really share your own feelings and thoughts in the chat, or for those who are watching the replay too, just really sharing your own feelings and thoughts in the comment section too. When it comes to with these messages, also if you're open to just really learn and just really look and just really taking heart to them too when it comes to these messages. If not, that's totally fine too. So when it comes to with the first message that I have too is all about liberation. So when it comes to liberating yourself too, just really doing your best to liberate yourself too, especially when it comes to liberating yourself to a higher space too in your life. When it comes to with your body, with your heart, with your mind, in your relationships, and every aspect of your relationships too, especially towards yourself, with other people too, and just really liberating yourself in the most powerful ways also. And it's really when it comes to liberating yourself too, just really, doing that from a healthy space where you can just not only to just liberate yourself and just really setting yourself free from anything that's just really challenging from you and just really liberating yourself in the most powerful and spiritual ways too when it comes to with this message. And just really, when it comes to the next message that I have for you guys, also, let me see if I can put these cards, make them still here too. So hold up. There we go. So if, when it comes to the second message that I have for you guys, is all about equality. So when it comes to not only liberating yourself to just really, lifting yourself up and just really, uplifting yourself, but also just when it comes to equality, also just really knowing your worth too when it comes to with this message from within, especially from Lilith. I know like she gets a bad rap for just being, kind of like a heavy person too, in like, those kind of stories too. But if you really break it down too, when it comes to with equality, just really, finding that sense of worth too, when it comes to knowing you, like, just like when it comes to equality, just really find that sense of worth too, to where you can just know your worth, and just like when it comes to whether you're a man or a woman, just like when it comes to find that equal balance in your life too, just really find that for yourself too. So when it comes to knowing your worth and just really, finding that for yourself also, just really exploring that from within too when it comes to with equality. So whether you're a man or a woman, just really when it comes to looking at this message too, when it comes to with Lilith here too, and it's kind of a little bit provocative, but it's kind of like with this powerful messages too with the wings and all that. And it looks like, her ex-hubby Adam is just standing next to her, but I'm not sure. But when it comes to with equality, just really finding that, equal ground in your life too, in every aspect too, whether you're a man or if you're a woman, especially when it comes to with this message, and just really find that equal ground in your life, in every aspect of your lives too, when it comes to, with this message. And just like when it comes to the next message too, that can help along the way too, when it comes to that message, is just really finding that support too, when it comes to just really using your own masculine energy and just really, finding that support too, just to help you to find that equal ground. So when it comes to not only to find that equal ground, when it comes to with this message with Lilith here, but also just really using your masculine energy to just really support yourself too, and how you can really just navigate through that. Also, just really asking for support, asking for help too, and just really using your own masculine energy to just really asking for support can really just help you along the way. Whether you're a man, if you're a woman who's just using your own masculine energy to just support yourself, asking for help, or just like supporting yourself in the most powerful ways can really just be helpful too along the way, especially if you want to just say just like advice from a friend, or just like a perspective from a friend too, or just like a professional perspective, or just like when it comes to supporting yourself, just asking for help, asking for guidance, and just really using your own masculine energy to just do that too, to not only to liberate yourself, but also to find that equal ground for yourself too in the most powerful ways. So if any of these messages, resonate with you guys too, especially when it comes to this collective reading for this week too, especially for this month of July too. So when it comes to this too, just really, doing our best to liberate ourselves too when it comes to with this message. And just really, doing our best to just really find that equal ground in every aspect of our lives too when it comes to with this message right here too, when it comes to Lilith. And just like when it comes to using our own masculine energy to just really support ourselves along the way too, when it comes to with this message, asking for help, guidance, or even just supporting ourselves to the best way that we can to just really not only for asking for guidance and help, but also to just really support ourselves in the most powerful ways too, that we can just not only liberate ourselves, but also to find that equal ground in our lives too, whether you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're black, if you're white, if you're Mexican, etc. So, so if any of these messages resonate with you guys too, especially when it comes to with this reading too, now for the collective today too, you're more than welcome to share your own feelings and thoughts in the chat, and especially in the comment section too, for anyone who is watching a replay of this live stream as well. And much love to all you guys too, who are just took the time throughout your day to just really hang out with me for an hour straight, and I really do appreciate you guys' time too, especially when it comes to with these awesome live streams too as well. So I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I always mean it too when it comes to with you guys hanging out with me too, just listening to me talk for an hour when I'm ranting or if I'm being silly or if it's a mixture of all of these things at the same time. I really do thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I'm looking forward to just connect with you guys on Wednesday if you want to talk about wellness for the body, wellness for your emotional side, for your mental health, for your emotional health, for your physical health, especially when it comes to your relationships too. So when it comes to your relationship wellness too, wellness in every aspect of your life too. If you guys love to talk about wellness too, when it comes to with Wellness Wednesdays, I'm looking forward to connect with you guys on Wednesday too. So yes, thank you guys for being here too. Thank you, Ocean Garnett. Shout out to you too. And she says your messages are always. I try to be. So I try to keep it real, but I really do appreciate that also when it comes to the feedback, because you guys can really just be honest and real with me too, so I can take it. But I really do appreciate you guys for just sharing your own feelings and thoughts about what I share on the screen, or just like when it comes to the cards I pull, or even just the activities that we do too. So what you guys vote for is what you guys see in these live streams too. So I thank you guys for being here, being who you are too. So yes, thank you, Oline too. Shout out to both of you guys. Shout out to Keith. Shout out to all you guys too who are popping in and listening, watching this live and watching the replay too. So I'm looking forward to just connect with you guys again on Wednesday for Wellness Wednesdays, the day after Independence Day in the U.S. So when it comes to that too, you want to share the aftermath of not only with the full moon tonight, or just right now, but also with Independence Day too. You're more than welcome to do that if you feel comfortable doing so. If not, that's totally fine. So I appreciate that. Thank you. So I'm looking forward to connect with you guys on Wednesday. Maybe happy 4th of July weekend, especially when it comes to tomorrow for anyone who lives in the United States, like myself too. So happy 4th July Independence Day. If you see any aliens, don't give them the Will Smith treatment when it comes to that. So just making sure if you see any aliens, just don't give them this kind of.
We'll throw down.
So when it comes to that, don't give them any kind of like Will Smith kind of vibes too, or they might just look in something like, hold up, it might look something like this too. So let me see if I could, find it. There you go. It might look like this.
Break my foot off in your ass.
So kind of like that, but hey, I understand too. So yes, good night to you guys too. When it comes to that, Ocean Garnett, Keith, Oline, all you guys too. Guess happy 4th to you guys too. So to all of my peeps in the States, happy 4th to you guys as well. just really sharing that too, and maybe continue to practice self-care that could not only benefit us, but our loved ones and our environment in the most powerful ways too. And I'm looking forward to hearing from your Fourth of July kind of stories, memories, experiences, all that good stuff too. So you guys stay safe and healthy out there too, especially for yourselves, for your fur babies too. I know the fireworks can really just be irritating towards the ears too. So yeah, my heart goes out to you guys too, and happy 4th to all my peeps in the U.S. and happy Canada Day to all my peeps in Canada. And to everyone else in the world too, I love you guys as well. If you're in Japan, if you're in Brazil, if you're in outer space, if you're in another timeline, much love to you guys as well. And yes, I'm saying that also. So when it comes to that, I mean, hey, even if I'm like this too,
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
so fucking beat it. So I love it. So anyways, much love to you guys, and I'm looking forward to connect with you guys again too. So peace and much love. Namaste.